Good morning, everybody, here on this nice public holiday Friday. And we are being entertained with some cricket, last man stands cricket, and this is the Free State um, Championships. It's not the first one, but it's the first one that will kick off a whole lot of series, a whole series of more matches every year. Um, so we are expecting something spectacular here today. There was a few hiccups this morning. One of them being that there was some miscommunication between the fields and but we are located here at the right game. This is going to be the CPI Masters versus the Toxic Bloem, or the Toxic team, and um, yeah, the game is a little bit delayed. Was supposed to be starting at 9 o'clock, but right now the mist starts to lift. So if you look at your screen and you see a lot of mist on the field, that is what caused the delay in the starting of the match. But we expect it to go pretty well from here on. There is no rain predicted for today. It was pretty cold. It's warming up now, causing the mist to lift. So yeah, let's see what's happening right here on the field right now. The team of the CPI Masters is Riza Alexander, SV Low, Ashley Schultz. Yes, the Ashley Schultz that played Free State Rugby. Free State Cricket. Ruan Erasmus, Jock Jacobs, Anthony Harper, Lawrence De Wet, and Tumelo Chilani. And we can see this first ball that's being bowled right now. And on the team of the Toxic, we've got Benny Lever, Tommy Kok, Joe Liebenberg, Alla Potgieter, Bennett Swart, Eddie Engelbrecht, Solly Ahmed, and Niels Pretorius. We can see that the mist is rolling in and lifting, and that will probably be happening for the next 30 minutes or so. Then it should be cleared. And our umpire calls there for a wide. We will also see that the players, as they go on, they will start taking off their jackets and everything. They are still a little bit cold. Beautifully stopped there by the bowler. We will see shortly when the overlay comes up to see who is batting right now. I'm not exactly sure who's on the other side, who's at the stumps right now, but on this side we can see that it is Joe or Johannes Liebenberg. Everybody refers to him as Joe, and yeah, we are actually looking forward to seeing him maybe putting up a 50 today, as well as Tommy Kok or Benny Lever. Benny Lever sadly was bowled last week for 49 runs, so he didn't make his 50, so he's got something to come back to. And then also Eddie Engelbrecht and Niels Pretorius. There's a lot of danger men, and Solly Ahmed. A lot of danger men here in the Toxic team. Very, very, very strong team. They brought their best to this match. And then looking at the CPI Masters, Ashley Schultz, they've got that talent and repertoire of going to be a very difficult team to beat today. Together with Jock Jacobs, Anthony Harper, and we saw last week Riza Alexander also bringing a lot of excitement to the game. And yes, I think this is going, yes, the sun is starting to punch through the mist now. So this will clear up very quickly now. And it's going to be an exciting day. We're not exactly sure how the rest of the live streams will be going on for this today, but we'll take it as it comes. Like we said, we had to deal with a bit of mist this morning. Something that isn't prevalent in Bloemfontein every morning, but during the winter months, it's coming every now and then. We still see the overlay hasn't came on yet, but hopefully that will be sorted out soon. Otherwise, we'll have to stop the transmission momentarily once again, and we don't really want to do that. because everything else looks well, and we can see that stream health is excellent, so there's no problem with that. And it seems like the players are starting to warm up now. Welkom hier by Wastieveld nommer 2 vanoggend, nie nommer 3 soos wat daar geadverteer was vanoggend nie. Ek gaan julle kommentator nog steeds wees, Jurgen Smith, en ons sien so 'n bietjie mis op die veld. Dit gaan nou binnekort baie vinnig begin opklaar met die son wat begin deurslaan deur die mis, so dit gaan begin hitte opbou hier op die veld, en so sal ons sien, soos die mis gaan optel, gaan ons ook sien hoe die spelers ook begin hulle baadjies uittrek, en 'n baie lekker dag wat voor ons voorlê. Soos in Engels genoem het voorheen, ons het 'n baie sterk toxic span wat vandag speel, maar die CPI Masters het 'n briljante wedstryd gehad verlede week, wat is uitgesaai, julle kan gerus na dit gaan kyk. En hulle het 'n paar jong spelers in hulle span wat baie goed geloon is, baie energieklik op die grens gewees, het hulle veldwerk gedoen het, baie opwindende kolwerk wat van hulle kant af gekom het, en dan ook kan ons gesien het dat hulle kolfstyl was ook baie, ek sal nie sê onervaren, want die manne speel al hier vir 'n hele ruk lank, maar hulle het uit en uit gegaan om elke bal weg te slaan, en dit het gemaak dat hulle baie vinnig lopies aangeteken het, maar ook vinnig uitgegaan het. Maar vandag aan hulle kant het hulle vir Ashley Schultz ook, wat 'n Vrystaat cricketspeler is, en ek is seker hy gaan ook nog 'n bietjie orde aan daai span bring. Dis 'n jong span. Mense sal dink Masters is 'n ou span, maar hulle het 'n bietjie nuwe bloed ingesit, en ja, dit gaan 'n uitstekende poging wees van hulle om die toxic te probeer wen vandag. So wat ek al gaan gebeur, dit sal interessant wees om te sien wat gebeur. Gewoonlik teen hierdie tyd het ons nou al die puntebord onder. Nie lekker seker hoekom hy wys nie, maar ons gaan ons so 'n klein bietjie kans gee voordat ons net vir 'n rukkie gaan afsit en weer gaan aansit en kyk of dit dalk die puntebord wel dan opbring. Want die res op die bord lyk goed, alles lyk reg. Dis maar net 'n tegniese probleem wat ons weer van die hoofkantoor het. Nietemin, die cricket gaan baie interessant wees, en ons kan sien, dit is nou basies heeltemal oopgeklaar nou. Voor ons ten minste, daar is nog mis bokant ons, maar ons kan ten minste nou beter die spelers sien, en kyk wat aangaan op die veld. En daar was nou 'n baie wille balslag gewees. Bowlers direk gebal vir die palkiewagter, bo oor die kolwer se kop. Daar is ook natuurlik baie van die spelers wat skrikkerig is om seer te kry, wat die reëls van LMS is dat die bowlers nie mag meer as 12 meter aanloop maak vir nie. En hier is 'n bal wat hardloop in die grens toe, maar dit gaan nie 'n vuur wees nie. Jy sal sien op die veld, daar is 'n merker daar wat wys waar die 12 meter van die palkies af is, waar die bowler af van moet bal, en dit verhoed dat hulle nie te vinnig bal nie, dat dit is amateur cricket wat hier gespeel word, alhoewel hier professionele spelers ook is, en is weer 'n vieslike bal deur, ek is seker net hoe genoem, dit is Riza wat daar bal. Riza Alexander. Hande is seker heel waarskynlik nog koud, sukkel om lekker oop te maak, en wat ook al die geval wees, hy sal vir julle sê. en hy bly bal asof hy direk vir die paaltjiewagter die bal probeer gooi. En ons sien hy hou in sy hand vas. Iets wat nie lekker is daar nie. Natuurlik met 15 lopies in hierdie spel vandag. Dit is minder gemaak om op te maak vir die klop mis wat ons vanoggend gehad het, wat veroorsaak het dat die wedstryd bietjie later moes begin, en om alle wedstryde in te kry voor dit weer donker raak vanaand, maak hulle die wedstryd so klein bietjie korter. Dit is nie net 20 aan 'n kant hier, is nou vandag 15 aan 'n kant. Môre mag dalk weer 'n ander storie wees, want môre is daar klein bietjie minder wedstryde. Hier is vandag 3 wedstryde op hierdie veld. Op die 3 velde, of 3 van die 5 velde, is daar net 3 wedstryde elke dag gedurende hierdie Vrystaat kampioenskappe. En daar is ook natuurlik iets wat, as jy 'n bietjie beter opgaan lees oor die LMS reëls, as 'n span ook laat is vir 'n wedstryd, dan ek mag praat onder korreksie, hulle praat van iets soos elke balbeurt is veronderstel om 3 minute te neem. So vir elke 3 minute wat die span dan laat is, verloor hulle 'n balbeurt. Maar hierso vandag, dit is nie hulle skuld die mis gewees vanoggend wat hy geleë het nie. So hulle het almal se beurte gesny met 5 balbeurte. So almal gaan net 15 balbeurte speel. Dit gaan ook beteken dat die taktiek gaan so klein bietjie aangepas moet word vandag. Maar verder die manier om lopies aan te teken bly dieselfde. Ons gaan net weer vinnig uitteken gou-gou en kyk of ons hierdie puntebord onder kan inkry. Anders gaan dit dalk heel waarskynlik baie sleg wees vir julle daar by die huis, alhoewel jy kan nog steeds so sien op die app, kan julle nog steeds sien wat die lewendige score is, of die punte is, met die natuurlik die statistieke om te sien hoeveel is oor en daai tipe dinge, maar dit is nou iets wat nou nie op die bord wys nou by ons op die skerm nie. So gaan ek kyk of ons dit kan regkry en dan is ons nou weer terug. Die bord onder is nog nie opgelos nie. Ons gaan hom nou maar so los. Kyk of hy so deur die loop van die oggend gaan nabykom. Maar vir nou, ten minste het ons 'n mooi beeld. Ons het alles wat regloop. Die wedstryd word gesponsor deur CPI en Capstone Finance of Credit. So ja, hulle is die manne wat ons uithelp om hierdie lewendige stroom vandag moontlik te maak. And that's a ball is going to straight to the fielder, being stopped in the midfield and being thrown back. And we can see that the wicketkeeper, who used to be wearing a thick yellow jacket earlier this morning, now got rid of it, as he's fast warming up now. He's quickly warming up, and everybody's getting rid of their warm clothes. Just a defensive shot there. And bowler is coming, and Joe Liebenberg hitting that 4-4 is racing to the boundary. That is not going to be stopped. Did it make it? The umpire shows that was a 4. Well done by Joe. We're going to try and sort this out with our head office. The Why the scoreboard isn't showing on your screen, at the bottom of your screen. There's one, a shot is being played straight, picked up in the midfield. But we would like to see what the score is on the screen. So we're going to see if we can sort that out with the head office. So we can just break the transmissions once again. We apologize for that. We feel if they do it now, we're going to sit with this problem for the rest of the day. We don't want to miss too much of the excitement of this match, so we will do it as quickly as possible. Okay, we send a message to the head office about the scoreboard overlay at the bottom. And unfortunately, we've missed a few boundary shots. And now bowling is, it looks like Ashley Schultz, the Free State player for CPI Masters. Ooh, that's another big shot by Joe Liebenberg. It's not going to be a 4, but it was a beautiful shot that was high up in the air. Coming back to the scoreboard overlay at the bottom, we've just sent a message to the head office, and we'll see how quickly they'll be able to sort it out for us. They are, it's probably just a setting for stuff not showing on Fridays, since Bloemfontein is not usually playing on a Friday last man stands cricket. Usually it's only on Sundays, and that's the only thing that I can think what caused a problem. And actually bowling pretty tight over there. He hasn't got the problem with cold fingers here in the morning, but it's warming up nicely in any case. We can see that the wicketkeeper isn't wearing his yellow jacket anymore. Everybody's getting rid of the thick jackets. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it is about the 8th over now of the 15 limit that they are going to play this morning. And then it will be time for the second innings to come in. You can only hope that the head office will sort out that scoreboard overlay at the bottom before that. Yeah, Ashley, she was just explaining to his teammate over there that it's a little bit drier on the right hand side. We can get a better grip when he bowls. So that might have been the problem with Riza this morning as well. Actually sharing a bit of his knowledge over there, the skills that he picked up in the Knights team. And that was a beautiful forward driving to the boundary, but it's not going to be stopped. Actually explaining with the dew that was on the grass this morning, the grass is a little bit wet, so they try to keep the ball in the air, keeping it dry, because if the ball gets wet, it's going to get heavy, and then they struggle to play with the ball. All about ball control. all of a sudden we can start seeing the blue sky again. That's better fielded by the toxic right now, and ball returned to the pitch. Zoom out a bit to get a little better clarity. There you go. Sharp image. That went right through Joe. Okay, we can see the beard of Alvin Potgieter emerging from that helmet. So the one batting with Joe Liebenberg is Alvin Potgieter. Having a bit of a drink now. And coming into bowl is Ashley Schultz. Looks like Toxic still got all the wickets on hand. So there was a few boundaries being played this morning. Yes, we just confirmed that there is a problem with the system because captain of Toxic is coming out to talk to the umpire, asking him about the score. They're doing a score check, trying to figure out what is wrong there, and he said the line it's offline. And our scoreboard is dependent on the correctness of what he's putting on over there. So as soon as he's being sorted out, we will get our information correctly as well. So we can only apologize for the delay in the score, which means if we don't get it on our screen, it probably isn't happening on the app as either. So looks like they're going to change the phones maybe, which will sort out our problem as well. Ek kan sommer nou voel dit raak baie vinnig baie warmer, maar dit is maar deel van Bloemfontein weer. Dit is bitterkoud in die oggende, bitterkoud in die aande en deur die dag loop jy met 'n T-hemp rond. Lyk asof die skeieregter besig is om die puntetelling by hom gou uit te sorteer. Hulle het al heel waarskynlik 'n probleem op aanlyn en dit is iets wat ons ook nou affekteer. En ja, hulle wil graag die puntetelling reg doen. Dit is Vrystaat Kampioenskappe en nie net sommer enige jy wedstryd wat hier gespeel word nie. Dit is 'n belangrike wedstryd en elke punt tel ontsaglik baie. En dit gaan alles veroorsaak wie kry die Vrystaat beker Sondag. Dit sal ons weet teen hier by 4:30 se kant Sondag. Wie wat doen, maar kom ons draf gou weer deur die span of die twee spanne wat speel. Terwyl ons nou vir alles dit wag. Aan die span van die CPI Masters is Risa Alexander, SW Lou, Ashley Schultz, Roan Erasmus, Jacques Jacobs, Anthony Harper, Lawrence de Wet, Tumelo Chelani. Ook gehoor, hulle praat vir hom sommer net as Tumi. En dan aan die kant van die Toxic Bloem, of die Toxic span, is Benny Libbe, Tommy Kok, Joe Liebenberg, Alla Potgieter, Bennett Swart, Eddie Engelbrecht, Solly Ahmed en Niels Pretorius. Baie gedigte span hierdie van Toxic wat vandag speel, en sowel ook die CPI Masters, wat soos ons al voorheen genoem het, hulle is dit met 'n man van die Nice wat hierso vir hulle speel vandag, Ashley Schultz. En dan het ons manne soos Anthony Harper en 'n jong man Risa Alexander wat briljant speel. Ons het hulle gesien verlede week in aksie. En vir ons baie opwindende cricket veroorsaak. Baie lekker gewees om hulle te kyk hoe hulle speel. Hulle het daar ook teen, as ek mis die hulle verlede Sondag ook teen Toxic gespeel. Ek praat onder korreksie, maar hulle het in elk geval, nee, hulle het teen die CPI Hotshots gespeel, waar hulle die Hotshots het eerste gekolf. Hulle het kleinerige teikenstelling opgesit van hier rondom iets 124 of so iets. En toe kom die CPI Masters en hulle mors hulle op in 12 bilbeerte. Wat hulle vinnig hulle het 'n klomp paadjies verloor, en dit is wat die CPI Hotshots kaptein gesien het. Is dat dat is natuurlik die man van sy naam nou aan dink. JP Hunt is kaptein van die CPI Hotshots. Hy het gesien die jong manne, hulle is lus vir wild swaai na die bal, en al wat dit beteken is, hou die bal op die paaltjies as jy bal. Daar is hy. Nou is hy reg, ja. As hy uitstek, nou kan ons ook sien wat aangaan. Uiteindelik lyk dinge weer beter soos wat dit moet lyk op julle skerms voor ons. En ons sien die manne wat golf is inderdaad Elvin Potgieter en Johannes Liebenberg. Elvin Potgieter wat al op 43 lopies staan, so hy is bitter naby aan om te verklaar, maar wat soos ons geleer het verlede Sondag, dat ons praat nie oor hy 50 nie, dan jinx ons dit. So nog 7 lopies dan kan hy verklaar, maar hopelik maak hy sy 50. Daar is 9 bilbeerte wat daarmee heen is, so hulle 15 speel is, dat beteken daar is nog net 6 bilbeerte oor. En die persoon wat wil is Nolan Busby. Hy is nou nie opgedateer by ons lyste nie, maar ons het ook konfirmasie gekry vanaf die CPI Masters, dat hulle het laaste minuut vervanging gehad. Nou hierdie is manne wat deur die week werk, wat ook maar met hierdie lang naweek sit met jou huweliksmaat wat vir jou sekere dinge van die manne verwag, en die man het met sy huislike verpligtinge nakom. So dit is maar een van die dinge, en so om 'n man se, ek dink nou Junie maand is ook mans gesondheidsmaand. En mans gesondheid, baie van die vroue vergeet partykeer, ja, 'n man is bly stil oor sy probleme, hulle praat nie baie nie, maar hy, soos die Engelsman juggle ook maar sy lewe in die sin van werk, huwelik, pa te wees, vriend te wees. Daai bal is hoog in die lug op, maar hy gaan nie gevang word nie. Dit gaan nie eers 'n vuur wees nie. Baie mooi aflewering of gespeel deur Joe Liebenberg. En die bowlers wat kant geruil het, hulle gaan nou bal vanaf die Tempi kant af. So kyk vir die mense wat nie Bloemfontein so goed ken nie, die ander kant van die veld, as mense 'n lyn trek agter dit toe, dan hardloop mense reguit in die Tempi militêre basis in. Teenoorgestelde kant noem ons die universiteitkant, want ons is op die universiteitvelde. En die grootste gedeelte van die universiteit lê half meer eintlik half regs en agter ons. Maar ons moet ook toekenning gee aan die universiteit wat hierdie velde so baie mooi onderhou. Maar nou wat ook mense wat ook in teken van buite Bloemfontein wat nie so bekend is met LMS cricket nie. Julle sal sien daar is 'n blinkheid daar op die blad. Dit is 'n plastiese mat wat hulle daarop neergesit het om die golfblad te beskerm. Dit is iets wat die universiteit verwag van ons. Hulle rol die golfblad so bietjie, maar dan daardie mat, hy beskerm die golfblad, die gras en die oppervlak so bietjie. Daai bal is op in die lug, gaan hy gevang word? Nee, hy hardloop nee, hy gaan gekeer word reg voor die grens. As ons terugkom na die golfblad of die mat op die golfblad, daar is verskillende gevoelens oor dit, of al die bowlers en die kolwers, hulle voel verskillend oor dit en beleef dit natuurlik anders volgens hoe hulle styl is van beweeg op die ding. Hy is veronderstel om bietjie meer grip te gee, want hy's grof, so meer grip op hom te hê, maar daar is 'n spinners, nie almal kry lekker spin op die blad nie, terwyl ander sê hy werk weer lekker. Die wip van die bal is redelik, hy is nie baie konstant nie, so dit maak dit 'n bietjie moeilik vir die kolwers ook, maar lyk my dit maak wel makliker om vir die bowlers om dan bouncers te bal. En dit is iets wat die manne nou iets gekry het, of hulle word nou gepenaliseer as hulle gaan bouncers bal, want dit is onveilig. Kolwer nou op die oomblik, Elvin Potgieter, hy speel wel met 'n kopskerm aan, en jy sal sien dat Johannes Potgieter, hy doen nie. Die meeste van die spelers speel nie met 'n helm op nie. Dit is nie 'n valhelm nie, want hulle val nie rond nie. Dit is meer 'n kopskerm. Alhoewel in Engels is dit nog steeds 'n helmet. Bal is opgetel op die grens en word teruggegooi na die pakiewagter toe. Nee, dit is die bowler wat die bal optel. In die begin toe cricket bestaan het, toe was daar ook nie gespeel met helmets nie. Dit is eers met manne van Indië wat die eerste keer helm opgesit het. En hulle het met dit gespeel omdat hulle so baie by hulle kopbeserings opgedoen het. En in Engeland toe daar 'n man doodgebal was, die bal wat hom teen die kop getref het, toe hulle begin besluit, okay, is meer aanvaarbaar, maar dit het ook nog 'n hele klompie jare gevat vir die manne om met kopbeskerms en goeders te speel en enige beskermings te speel, want hulle het geglo is net sissies wat so speel. En toe later is dit ook maar geraak dat die publiek net besluit of maar begin aanvaar het dat hulle lewens is ook belangrik. Dit maak die spel nie minder aggressief nie. Kyk, cricket is nog steeds 'n gentleman sport. Maar dit gee net die mense 'n bietjie meer vrymoedigheid om in 'n skoot in te gaan wat potensieel gevaarlik kan wees. Word nou baie gepraat daar tussen die manne van die Toxic, jammer, van die Masters. Hulle besluit nou, hulle begin nou baie met mekaar praat. En dieselfde potgieter wat op 47 staan, en dis hy wat nou golf, hy sal heel waarskynlik graag sy 50-tal wil maak met 'n 4 of 'n 6, so ons sal seker heel waarskynlik nou sien dat hy wild swyn aan die bal toe. En as gevolg daarvan sal die Masters ook weet, dit is wat hy nou gaan wil doen, so hulle gaan alles probeer doen om hom te keer. Toxic Bloem now standing on 82 for the loss of 0 wickets. And that's a better shot by Alvin, but it's straight to the fielder standing on the opposite end of the field. And he just goes for 2 runs. No, it's a single run, which means Johannes Liebenberg is now on strike. Oh, Joe nearly lost his wicket over there. Ashley now standing on wicket-keeper. If he connected the wickets with that ball, Joe would have lost his wicket. That's a better ball. Anthony Harper now bowling brilliantly. Him playing wicket-keeper during the previous part of the match. He obviously knows the strengths and weaknesses of his opposing team, and he will know what he needs to do to bowl them out. Probably one of the best things of playing wicketkeeper and being a bowler. You can read your opposing team quite easily and devise a strategy for whenever it's your turn to bowl. Coming to bowl now is Riza Alexander. Hopefully it looks like that was a better line and length from him. Not exactly sure what was wrong previously, whether it was hands were cold or whatever it is, but that seems to be sorted out. And Potgieter made his 50. He's done his job for the day from 38 balls. Coming up to replace him is Niels Pretorius. Also very, 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 very good batsman. Helped out the team many times before in tight situations. Well, there's only a little bit less than 3 overs left in this innings. So whatever he can do, maybe he can just help notch that projected score over 150. He's got the ability to do it. The projected score is 142. But I'm pretty sure that is calculated on 20 overs, not 15. But it's 3 overs. Yeah, I don't think projected score 141. Yeah, it might be the region in what they can get. But only standing on 90 runs now, Toxic will have to pick up their pace to get 140. considerably. Slice to the back, and the wicketkeeper has to run in. And that was an overthrow, which is causing Toxic to steal another wicket or steal another run. My apologies. And but they just taken one. Captain telling his team that there's only 2 overs left. So not exactly sure if they are on top of the score and the overs at the moment, but maybe that could also be an indication of a message to them that they should open up now and swing at everything, going for the boundaries. Oh, and there is a ball is racing towards it. Johannes Liebenberg losing his wicket in the second last over of the match, of the Toxic innings. And we can see that the best Masters are very happy to get rid of him. So looking now at who's going to come in now. Niels Pretorius will be the point scorer now from now on. Him and whoever is joining him on the pitch. But to be honest, every single person in that team can put up big scores easily. Nice celebration there by the Masters on the pitch. But maybe that was good enough to get in the new blood on the pitch and see what's happening now, what's coming. We've got a lot of expectations lying now on Niels Pretorius and Eddie Engelbrecht's shoulders. What will they be able to do? Because remember, whatever they do now will reflect on how the Masters will come in and bat in the second innings. Anthony Harper bowling. Oh, that one is up in there. It's not going to be caught. It's falling in no man's land. It means that the batsman will only run 2 runs from that. It was beautifully up in the air. If there were 11 players on the field, that would have definitely have been caught. But not today. This is the last man stands cricket, and Anthony Harper. That one is racing to the boundary. Is it going to be a 4? A lot of effort to put in, but that is a 4. Fielder just couldn't get to it. Despite the quick sprint here along the line. Now the batsman finding the gaps in the Toxic defense. Oh, the Toxic in the Masters defense. Playing in all the gaps. And it's Harper's causing a lot of trouble now for the Toxic. And it is actually motivating Harper to keep doing that. Oh, and that's another wicket gone. 2 balls later, and it's Niels Pretorius being bowled. And it's Anthony Harper now taking wickets left, right, and centre. Toxic will have the batsman on the bench to come and pick up the pace. But now there's only 1 over left. Unfortunately, a wicket lost is not a boundary hit. There's only more 5 balls left in this innings, and that 140 projected score by the computer is definitely not going to be feasible. The nice thing about last man stands cricket also is with the last ball of the innings can be used to hit a home run. Now, a home run in LMS cricket means the last ball of the innings, if it's hit for a 6, only if it's hit for a 6, it counts as 12 points or 12 runs. And that's something that a lot of teams are aiming for and makes a match a little bit more exciting. And I feel Toxic can use for something like that now. That ball is going straight through, well, straight through the batsman and the wicketkeeper. And ball ran for a 4. That is a free 4 for Toxic. Strong arm here from the player, from the fielder. Lawrence de Wet. See who's a lot of frustration here coming from the CPI Masters, and also a bit of entertainment. Another opportunity gone to hit a boundary, and it looks like there's only 1 ball left in this over. Obviously, overs in LMS cricket only got 5 balls per over, not 6. Let's see what Lawrence de Wet can do with it. Will they end this innings with a 6 or a wicket? Oh, that's not going to be a 6, but it's going straight to the fielder. Only going to get 2 runs from that delivery. And it's Toxic in 107 score for the loss of 2 wickets in the first innings, which means CPI Masters have to score 107 with they've allotted 15 overs. And let's see what they will be able, how they will acknowledge that kind of a pressure or that challenge, how they will deal with that challenge. And that is what the nice thing is about cricket. Toxic Bloem now had put up a challenge for the CPI Masters. Whatever you feel that 107 target is, that is debatable, depending on the team that is coming in to chase that score. All psychological. And the people are going to take a quick break before the CPI Masters come into bat. And you'll see Toxic Bloem defending the 107. And we'll be back in a minute or two. We are back, and we can see the CPI Masters are on the pitch now with Riza Alexander and Jock Jacobs opening for them. It's the second innings, chasing a 107 score. And they are required to score 108 runs from 100 balls. Uh, 15 times 5. I don't think that is 100. 30, 60, 75 balls. So now the computer isn't adjusted to the 15 over limit over here because they've got actually 75 balls to score 108, 106 runs. And he's been a liver bowling, captain of the team, and very experienced in cricket as well as rugby. Being a coach at his school or his kids' school. I think it's Fikhat Park on the 9B team. We can look on our Bloemfontein sport results YouTube channel. There is a match of these as being broadcasted over there. Not today, but it's one previously, and there are more to come. Some school hockey and school netball, and from one of the other sponsors, they're going to get some free state soccer as well. Oh, we can see the CPI Masters, they came in and they're going to go for the boundaries. That looks like that's going was a 6. No, that is a 4. Umpire shows that it is a 4 this one. But they're going from for the boundaries once again from the first ball. They were first over scoring 12 runs from those 5 balls. Well, that sets him up to probably win this match quite easily. But his young guys, they're going for those big shots. Sometimes they'll be able to do it, sometimes not. And those times when they aren't able to do it, as long as the ball is on the wicket, they're going to lose their wicket. And that is what happened last week with a few of them. And the older guys, they bank on that. Know exactly how to deal with these youngsters. But at the end of the day, you're going home. If you enjoyed the match, it is successful. If you win or not, that's up for debate. But amateur sports is something for people who come out and enjoy a day with their friends, enjoy the sport that they love, and obviously trying to do their best. You see bowling now is Eddie Engelbrecht. And it's just a safe shot. It's being played to mid wicket, mid off. I think the pressure is now on Toxic to limit all the boundaries and the singles, because that's basically what's required from the CPI Masters to win this match is run singles and doubles. And boundaries will only get them quicker. There was another 4 there by Jock Jacobs. Very dangerous with that bat of his. Riza, the big hitter, youngster, very energetic. With Jock Jacobs, that will be bringing a bit of control or some order in the way they bat. This makes that a dangerous opening pair. Got the brawn and the brains now. That's another big shot, but it's going straight to the fielder. It's picked up and returned to the bowler. And that was the second over. And the CPI Masters are actually well on par of what they need to do, scoring 21 runs in the second over. They've got all their batsmen still on the bench. All the wickets on hand still. And they've got a good rhythm going now. But can change very quickly. As soon as you just lose 2 wickets in a double play, yes, that is something that can happen in last man stands cricket. A double play can change the game significantly as soon as the team loses 2 wickets or both wickets on the pitch at that moment, and you get two fresh new people coming up to the pitch to defend their team's honour. Um, they will be, yeah, they will be in danger of losing their wickets early on because it will take them a while to find their eye on the ball, and that's a typical Joe Liebenberg ball. Sorry for calling. You all know him as Joe. It's Johannes Liebenberg. He developed this style of bowling that's working well for him. It looks like a long lobby kind of a ball, but it spins and then he gets some spin on the ball, and it's difficult for the batsman to read it. And the ball is coming towards us, picked up on the midfield, nothing happening from that. And that one is being hit hard to the boundary. That is a full, beautiful shot by Jock Jacobs. Connected it nicely. And it seems like that ball has to be picked up on in the road. You can see now that there is no sign of any mist here. Looks totally different from this morning where all the matches were delayed due to mist. Joe bowling to Jock Jacobs. And the sweep shot again, once again to the boundary. It's stopped by a fielder and returned to the bowler. You can see that Joe doesn't have a long approach. Neither does any spin bowler actually. Actually like this outfit of Riza Alexander on the pitch. It seems like they aren't totally going for the team award or the clothing award. They get points for clothing when they wear team shirts and all the same pants. But I'm not exactly sure what they do when it's on a cold morning like we had this morning. Because most of them have team shirts, but doesn't seem like they've got any um, problem with a jacket or something that isn't team related or team clothing. Obviously, they don't have a whole outfit with branded clothing. Leopard coming towards us to field the ball. keeping that run rate just above 10 per over. That was a better over where they've got now a 35 runs from that, or 35 runs in the third over now. It's Jock Jacobs and Riza Alexander that's doing pretty well there. Ball being hit straight to the opposite side's wickets. That ball was tipped. The umpire doesn't seem to be interested in that appeal. He's showing something there. Cannot clearly see. He indicated some kind of sign language. The fielders on the field probably understand. And that one is just tipped to racing to the boundary. It's not happening. Penny Lever quick on that ball, fielding it, not turning it into a boundary. Bit of nice bowling there from Bennett Swart. That onslaught of boundaries suddenly stopped when he started bowling, and he had a pretty good over. Now coming to bowl, we'll just confirm with the scoreboard at the bottom of your screen. He's Niels Pretorius, very well known for his batting. Last year he helped up his team in the dying minutes of the one of the leagues. That ball up in the air, it's good. Oh, it was dropped. Sounds like it's been a swat being judged by his team here on this side for dropping the ball. Unfortunate. He cannot blame the sun. Oh, that's another better shot, and it's going to be going for a 4. No, it's going to be stopped before the boundary. And now it seems like Jock Jacobs and Niels Riza Alexander now picking up the run rate. Want to get this match done. And that one's up in the air. Is it going to be caught? It's a fielder under it. No. And that seems like it is a 6. That went over the fielder's head on the boundary. A beautiful 6. Confirmed by the umpire. It's Jock Jacobs now opening up, and he's rolling in that boundaries now. Niels Pretorius approaching. Did he tap it? No. Beautiful return by the wicketkeeper. Only problem is the batsman was in his crease. A lot of motivation here coming from the outfield for the bowler Niels Pretorius. And might this be a 4? No, it's going to be stopped before the boundary and it's returned to the bowler. Seems like Bennett Swart might have dropped the ball, but he's limiting the runs coming in from Niels Pretorius' bowling now. Or he's limiting the runs coming from bowling. And coming into bowl now is a bearded man, Alvin Potgieter. He's the one whose name is on our list as Allah or Ella. And he's in no correlation with Ella Enchanted because that is a woman. Alvin, more the same kind of name as Alvin and the Chipmunks, who's a boy chipmunk. But this is a bigger guy. He can hit big shots with those strong arms of his. That's being called a wide. Alvin not very satisfied with how that delivery went. Might take a few attempts to get it right. And there's a field in front of it. Nothing coming from that. Feels like everything calmed down all of a sudden. Another hit shot to the boundary, but it's going to be fielded. There's a fielder right in front of it. Now standing on 53 runs with 10 more overs in this innings. And that's going to be a 4. Beautiful 4 by Riza Alexander. He's getting something for his efforts as well. Jock and Riza was getting quiet there for a while, maybe just taking a breather. Maybe Jacobs just told Riza, listen, let's just take it easy for a over, only if it's 1 over. And you can hear the frustration there from Alvin Potgieter. Another wide being signed to his name. And this one might not be stopped. It's racing to the boundary, but no, the field is running it in. And the teammates of Niels Pretorius being thanking him or joking with him for a good piece of fielding. But even through the frustration of Alvin Potgieter's over, there's not that many boundaries that came from his bowling. So it was a pretty good job. Now bowling is Salman Ahmed. It was a pity that we didn't see his batting earlier on. Very good with the bat. So it's a pity that we didn't see him batting. It's also exciting to watch. Likes to hit those big sixes and boundaries and stuff, but then again, the entire Toxic team are able to do that. But now, batting is a CPI Masters, and things seem to be going well for them. Oh, and until you lose a wicket like that, and that is Riza Alexander losing his wicket. No, that looks like Jock Jacobs who lost his wicket. Well, it gives a chance for SB allowed to come in and do his thing. He isn't under pressure, so their team captain will be telling them, team captain for today is um, Anthony Harper. So he'll be telling them, listen, just go and enjoy yourselves, boys. We've got this. Don't do something extreme. But if you want to, we are in a good place to correct it if something does go wrong. And I like watching cricket where the guys aren't under pressure so much and they are allowed to do just doing what they love to do. Ahmed placing his field the way feels like it has to be done to be most effective for his kind of bowling. Usually it is because a bowler has a plan which he wants to perform, and that one is being cut right to the field on the boundary once again, and it is new SV low now being off the mark, only with a single run from a single ball, but he's not going out for a duck. Well, he'll find his legs soon. Was SV low out of his camp? Doesn't seem like it. Someone just stumping him there. Ah, and that is going to be a four. That is going to be a beautiful four. Well done to Riza. Now he has to stand up to the challenge of being the person in control of the pitch. He has to take leadership there. And if we look at these runs, it doesn't look too bad. He had scored 34 runs from 16 balls. So he's well on his way to score a 50 if it all goes well. And that one is being to the boundary once again, but it's going to be stopped by the fielder. And straight to the fielder. And everyone's safe in their creases. CPI Masters now standing on 72 runs for the loss of one wicket. That was a wicket of Jock Jacobs, who was bowled. And then copy and paste of the previous delivery. Ball racing to the boundary. Not sure if you heard that, but that is not the sponsor of somebody giving us coffee. It is my coffee that I brought from home, coming from the flask. And we can see that there's some new kind of urgency coming from the CPI Masters to score more quick runs. Ja, koffie is nou so lekker, ek praat sommer Afrikaans. Lekker moer koffie. Oh, is dat 'n LBW? Nee, ja, dit is 'n LBW gegee deur die umpire. Die reëls vir die LBW het onlangs baie strenger geraak. En ja, dis iets wat nogal baie kontroversieel was tussen onder die spelers en die umpires onlangs. Maar dit lyk asof dit is iets wat uitgesorteer is. En dis Benny Lippe wat 'n paaltjie vat. En dit is Riza wat sy paaltjie verloor het. Nou gekom het is er nog 'n nuwe jong man, Tumi. Daar is nog net 7 balbeurte oor in hierdie beurt. Albei spanne wat net tot 15 balbeurte speel. So jy sal sien op die puntebord onder staan daar required 28 of 60 balls. Dit is eintlik 28 van 35 balle wat nog kom. Wat dit nie in elk geval baie moeiliker laat klink nie. As ons kyk hoe die manne hulle punte gemaak het tot en nou waarop hierdie stadium waar hulle nou is. Maar is twee jong manne nou of twee vars manne daar op die golfblad. Nie een van hulle se oog is nou regtig al in nie. So hulle is nou in 'n gevaartyd waar hulle makliker hulle paadjies kan verloor. Maar met nog 6 manne op die bank. Ag nee, wat hulle is daar nie enige probleme of druk of iets nie. Dit is al wat hulle hoef te doen. Sal jy sê dit gaan 'n maklike wedstryd vir CPI Masters wees nie. Maar dit is ook nie beteken as die einde van die paadjie vir Toxic nie. Want hulle speel nog 'n wedstryd hierna ook in hulle pool en hang af tussen wat hulle daar gaan wen en of wat wie daar gaan wen en die wedstryd hierna waar die daar verloor Masters nog 'n paaltjie. Daar is ook baie manne op die bank wat kan kom kolf. Maar die vraag is hoe vinnig gaan die lopies nou deurkom. Soos ons voorheen genoem het, sodra jy vars manne op die kolfblad het, is die gevaar altyd dat hulle nog nie hulle oog op die bal in het nie en dat hulle makliker kan hulle paaltjie kan verloor. En dis presies wat nou hier gebeur het. En sal aanhou gebeur tot die manne vir 'n rukkie gestaan het en Engelse woord is 'n partnership opgebou het. Ek is nie 100% seker in Afrikaans of dit nou 'n vriendskap of 'n verhouding is wat hulle daar opgebou het nie. Maar kom ons noem dit maar sommer 'n vriendskap. Hulle het 'n vriendskap opgebou. Seker die mense wat nou meer cricket in Afrikaans luister, gaan baie duidelik nou seker hulle koppe aflaag. Dis alright. It's fine met my. Ten minste as ek julle dag kan maak, as die cricket nie vir julle gedoen het nie. As ek baie bly dat my kommentaar dit vir julle kon gedoen het. Einde van die dag, ek geniet myself net soveel soos die manne op die golfblad. Ek like daarvan om die spel te ontleed, sien hoe dinge verander, hoe die manne optree wanneer hulle in 'n moeilike situasie kom en hoe hulle lyfsgedrag, hoe dit verander. Basies hoe werk mense onder druk? Tipe besluite wat hulle maak, hoe tree hulle op, hoe praat hulle met hulle spanmaats. En iets wat ons nou kan sien is as die toksiek wat nou basies eintlik nogal onder groot druk is, want hulle 107 teiken is in gevaar om baie vinnig gehaal te word. Hulle is kalm. Dit is nie alles vir hulle die wen of verloor nie, solank hulle die dag kom geniet het. Dit is belangrik vir hulle, maar dit is nie alles nie. En jy kan sien nou van die regskant van julle skerm kom is die kaptein, Benny Libbe. Hy gaan heel waarskynlik nou gaan om te gaan bal. En hy is kalm, daar's nie enige druk of enige iets van sy kant af wat kom wat hy mense uitvreet of enige iets nie. Hy maak nie verskriklike drastiese planne om iets te verander nie. Alhoewel ons sien die veld verander so bietjie. Dit is op die einde van die dag, dit is nog steeds 'n gentleman's game. En ja, wat is jou teiken, wat wil jy dit uitkry as jy die aand in jou bed gaan lê? Ek het al baie genoem al, as jy die aand in jou bed gaan lê en jy dink terug aan jou dag wat jy gehad het. Is jy trots op jouself, hoe jy jouself gehanteer het, hoe jy jouself voorgestel het aan die wêreld daar buite. Ons sien wat kof nou is SP Lau en Nolan Busby. Nolan Busby het ook een van die Knights klere aan, Knights top aan. Soos allemaal manne wat nou kom hier vanaf die Vrystaatspan af. Wat kon nou LA mense toe kom om hulle self te geniet. Snaaks genoeg, ons het onlangs dieselfde storie gehad, of nie onlangs, is 'n paar jaar terug, plek waar ek gewerk het, man wat kompeterend vis gevang het. En ek en my vriende is nie so groot op die kompeterende visvang om, so hou daarvan om 'n vuurtjie aan te steek, gaan die bal deurgaan, nee, hy gaan nie 'n vuur wees nie. Ons idee van visvang is, gaan met 'n pelle saam by mekaar kom, steek 'n vuurtjie aan, maak 'n biertjie oop. Ons is nie heeltemal die manne wat die brandewyn se prop plat trap nie. Maar ons kuier lekker, vang lekker vis. En dit is iets wat hulle wat kompeterend vis gevang het. 'n Man wat saam met my gewerk het, kompeterend vis. Hy staan binne in die water en hy gaan sit nooit nie. Oh, en hy bal is op in die lug, gaan hy gevang word. Hy is uit. Gevang deur die paltjiewagter. Een Knight-speler wat deur 'n gewone LMS-speler uitoorlee is. Sien, almal is mense. Maar om terug te kom, man wat so wat saam met my gewerk het, kompeterend visvang, hy is een van die beste vissermanne in die Vrystaat, of hy was, maar vir hulle het dit lekker gelyk. Ons wat net sit in ons stoel en kuier, en dit is iets wat hulle gemis het, want dit is toch waar jy jou liefde vir die sport ontwikkel. Dit wat vir jou lekker maak en geniet maak, en dan partykeer kom kompetisie in die pad. Mens moet maar probeer om laat die kompetisie nie in die pad kom van jou sport geniet nie, want daai ou is so, ja, dit is 'n vriend van my gewees. Kan opreg sê hy was 'n vriend gewees. Nie 'n groot vriend, maar hy was 'n vriend gewees. En nou speel hy golf. visvang opgegee, dit was nie meer vir hom lekker om kompetering te vang nie. Nou speel hy golf. Maar nou kyk ons LMS, ons is in die 10de bilbeerd. Ons nog net 5 bilbeerte oor en die CPI Masters, hulle kort 13 lopies om hierdie wedstryd te wen. Hulle het nog 4 mense op die bank. 25 balle wat nog na hulle kant toe gewil gaan word. Easy peasy. Bene Swart wat wel, hy vorige paar keer het hy die lopies het hy redelik vinnig laat minder raak, of die pas wat te loop grenshouer aangeteken word, het hy baie verminder. Sal hy dit nou weer doen? Nou alles op die lig, maar hy gaan val in die middenveld. Daar is 'n man op die grens, gaan hom vinnig keer. Beter aflewering daardeur Bennett Swart. Nog een reg deur. Weer gesê Bennett Swart lyk by hy is die man wat die balwerk aflewer wat die Toxic so bietjie laat kopkrap. Die Master so bietjie laat kopkrap. Jy sal ook hoor, hier is 'n bietjie verkeer agter ons. Dit is die studente wat nou begin wakker word hier op die kampus. Begin rondry, ek weet nie of dit nie noodwendig hulle sport gaan geleer nie. Ek dink hulle vat ook seker maar 'n vakansiedag. Maar nietemin, duidelik het hulle ook begin wakker word. Nou Elwin Potgieter wat gaan bal, is nog uit 4 balbeurte oor. Hulle gaan vir 'n tweede ene, gaan dit maak. Man is veilig terug in sy kampie. Weet jy of julle hoor hier van die kant af hoe ver die mikrofoon optel nie, maar Selman Ahmed, hy verduidelik hier vir een van sy ander spanmaats dat sou hulle 30 meer lopies gehad het, amper 137 gehad het, dan was hulle kanse baie goed gewees om hierdie wedstryd te gewen het. So duidelik is hulle ook bewus in hulle kamp dat die skrif is op die muur. Writing is on the wall. CPI Master moet net klaar maak en dan gaan hulle, as 'n beter skoot van hom, maar dit gaan nie die grens haal nie. Word opgetel deur Selman Ahmed en teruggegooi vir Elwin Potgieter. Master wat net 'n kans kry om 'n enkel loopie aan te teken. en staan nou op 105. Gaan hulle die wedstryd eindig of beklink met 'n 4 of 'n 6? En nee, so wide of 'n wyd. Dit beteken nog 'n loopie kom by en Elwin Potgieter, hoe gaan hy maak? Ja, die man is in sy kamp. O nee, die man is uit. Niemand het verskriklik opgewonde gelyk nie, maar volgens die omstandighede is dit heel waarskynlik baie verstaanbaar dat die Masters kort 1 loopie of 2 lopies om te wen en nou stuur hulle een van hulle night spelers in. Hy het nog nie eers gekolf nie en ja, dit is gaan net 'n formaliteit wees vir hom. Vraag gaan wees op 'n einde van die dag, hoe gaan hulle die wedstryd eindig? Gaan hom met 'n 4 of 'n 6 eindig? Hoopelik natuurlik teleurstelling gewees as hulle om die lopies hardloop. Wat baie maklik is net 2 lopies van nou, so hulle kan maar net basies iewers in 'n gaping slaan en die lopies hardloop, maar dit sou mos nou lekker wees om 'n wedstryd gesien wat beklink word met 'n grenshou. Die beste is 6. Maar dis SW Lou wat aan wat nou gaan kolf. Gaan hy hardloop met 'n enkel loopie. Bal was opgetel hier in die midveld deur Elwin Potgieter. Hierdie Engelbrecht wat wil. En dit is 'n groot hou, dit gaan 'n 4 wees. Hierdie wedstryd gaan beklink word met 'n 4. Amper daar. Hy gaan stop net voor die lyn, wat dan beteken hulle eindig die wedstryd met 'n loopie wat gehardloop word en nie 'n grenshou nie. 'n Wen is 'n wen. Of jy wen met 'n meter of met 'n myl, dit maak nie saak nie. Ja, so 'n bietjie Fast and Furious daarso. Die wedstryd was oor, Fast and Furious. 12 lopies, 12.1 lopies, 'n balbeurte gevat vir die CPI Masters om hierdie wedstryd te beklink teen die Toxic. En dan gaan ons nou afteken, ons beweeg nou na die ander veld toe waar ons 'n wedstryd gaan livestream tussen die beste Masters en CPI Crusaders. En dan moet julle 'n lekker Sondag gee as julle nie weer terugkom nie. Skakel weer gerus in. Geniet die res van julle Vrydag en lekker Vadersdag vir die mense wat